Hi, this is Jen Bueller, and I'm back again with DIY Anyone. Welcome to my channel. Glad you could make it today. Today, I have a beautiful acrylic that my daughter-in-law made for me, just plain, and I decided to add something to it. So initially, you can see here this green and white. It kind of looks weird on the carpeting, but this green and white and tan piece of canvas, and it's good size. It's 22 by 32, and so I thought I would use the Bible verse Ezra 10:4, rise up, take courage, and do it, because well, I kind of have needed that courage, and I think some of us have needed that to get through this pandemic stuff. I'm a nurse, so I didn't have a choice in that part. But as far as this YouTube stuff, that's been where I've needed the courage. So you can see the first thing that I did when I set the letters and the words is to then Mod Podge over it. And the reason you want to do the Mod Podge first is to make it so that it creates a background, and then your paint is less likely to leak underneath the stencil that I created with my Cricut and go onto the acrylic and make run marks. And I have to say, for the most part, it worked really, really well. My daughter-in-law helped me with that thing too. She's done many of these, and that's what she recommended. So here I set off with my Waverly chalk paint in Elephant, and having a great time painting along. And on this tan color, it looks great. I'm thinking, up, it's going to be great. And then you'll see shortly, then I start to paint down into the dark green color with the elephant. And I'm like, oh man, I don't know if this is going to look right. It might not show up. And so then we'll see. You'll see here what we do here in just a bit. So we're going to speed it up. Fast, fast painting. Fast, 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 fast. Think about, what is it that you've needed to have courage for these days, or even to teach your kids to have courage for. Man, it's been such a teaching opportunity for all these little ones, hasn't it? I know my granddaughters and grandson have been awesome going through this time. They've been through some rough stuff with their families. And I think a lot of times all we have to do is just like the last word, that the phrase of that verse says, and do it. It's like we think it through. And sometimes you just have to take that action, because, God can't guide a parked car, can he? All right, so then I realized, okay, I took off the stuff for that Ezra 10:4, the numbers, and for the verse, and you can't see it, just as I had feared. So then I went and found some acrylic paint in black, and I'm going back over this, and we'll see how that looks. I hope that you will, if you find some things that you enjoy on my channel, take time and subscribe today and push that little bell that has the little ring, the ringing action, and then anytime I post videos, they will come to your inbox and you'll know all about it. I've got a lot of stuff coming. I especially am excited about, I know that a lot of folks do these simple bows when they teach you how to do bows, and that, the twisting and all that. Don't be afraid of that. Those are the easiest bows ever. And you still see them selling the bows that have the little button, the center part with the ribbon in the center. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. You can be able to do it. I can do it left-handed or right-handed, so you can do it. I know you can. All right, so let's see what this looks like. Now, I have to confess that when I pulled this off, I'm thinking, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Did I not remember to keep the center part of the O and the D? And I really did. I was like so upset at this point, thinking, oh no, I didn't. I painted right through it. What am I going to do? And later on, I did realize that no, I had done it correctly, and I was able to pull up the center of the D and the O, and those thin letters came up beautifully, actually, with that thin font. I was concerned. So you'll forgive me, but I do end up skipping to the end here shortly. I did not tape it correctly. And you can see with the Ezra, though, the A, you can certainly see it better. You can read the it in the and do it better. So I ended up going back through here and repainting black over that. Now, the one thing you need to be prepared for about that is when you see it, when you do something like that, is that unless you do it perfectly or wait until the other coat is dry, you're going to end up with kind of mixed paint. mixed colors, which it wasn't really an ombre. It really wasn't mixed in a cool way. It just looks like I changed my mind midstream and didn't look so cool. So I did have to go back and do some touching up, and that was not a big deal. It was more time than I had wanted to spend on this, but as you can see, you could take any kind of a plain painting that you were to find and go, oh, I have a phrase or some kind of verse or something that inspires me and my family, and you could take that, and even if you didn't have a Cricut, you could just print out your words on the computer like you see people do all the time, and color that stencil on there, and then go back through and paint it, and it will look beautiful. So as you can see, hopefully you like it, and I hope you'll be back soon.